Alibaba's most powerful AI model, Qwen 2.5-Max, is available to use for free. It's built to compete with the most capable frontier models like DeepSeek V3, Llama, ChatGPT 4o, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and Google Gemini. But look at the disrespect to Google. Gemini isn't even mentioned here. Still, I want to give a quick shout out to Big Logan and team. Keep doing it big, keep shipping. But back to Qwen 2.5-Max. If we take a look at how Qwen 2.5-Max scores on various benchmarks against DeepSeek V3 and Llama, we can see it does pretty well. These benchmarks are for general knowledge and understanding. These benchmarks are for coding and problem solving, and then the last two are for mathematical reasoning. We're going to start with Qwen Chat at the URL chat.qwenlm.ai. Qwen 2.5-Max is trained on 20 trillion tokens. So we'll start off with some simple reasoning prompts. We'll use is 375 80% of 500. So it goes through some thinking process. First, it calculates 80% of 500 and it compares 375 to 400, seeing that it's not equal. So then it actually calculates the percent that 375 is of 500, and it tells us that it's actually 75%. But this answer here, it looks like it's a bug. They probably didn't mean to show us this. So if we go back, we'll create a new chat. And then for this chat, we'll ask if a restaurant saw a drastic decline in traffic, but online orders increased significantly in January for a location in the Mid-Atlantic region of the US during January. What might be the probable causes? And it gives us a couple like weather, health conditions, economic factors, shift in consumer preferences, restaurant-specific factors, competition, technological or platform changes, local events or disruptions. Those are pretty good considerations for a restaurant location based in the Mid-Atlantic where it might snow a lot. Now let's create another chat, and this time we'll ask it to create a business plan for an image generation app targeting marketers. So it gives us our business plan with an executive summary, problem statement, solution overview for the features of the web app, including AI-powered image generation, pre-built templates, customization, integration with other marketing tools, market analysis for the target audience, including SMBs, medium-sized businesses, marketing agencies, market size, competitive landscape, revenue model with free plan, pro plan, enterprise plan, marketing strategy including positioning and marketing channels like social media advertising, partnerships, launch plan, operations plan, team structure, technology stack, financial projections. If the plan is executed flawlessly and there aren't any hiccups along the way, and then there's a conclusion. Next, we'll prompt Qwen and ask it for processes and systems to create with some tools for suggestions. So we're talking about product development and engineering, looking at agile development processes, engineering and development, and it gives us a couple options for the different types of tools. And then for customer support and success, marketing and sales, for finance and accounting, HR and operations, legal and compliance, for analytics and business intelligence. It looks like it's thinking we're running this as an enterprise. So we could refine this and ask it to consider that we're a startup. What tools would we need at a minimum? Near the end, it provides us a summary in the format of a nice table. It removes Salesforce, which would be too expensive for a startup, especially a bootstrap startup. I'll just call out Google Data Studio because it's been rebranded to Looker Studio and it's used that name for a while now. The next prompt we'll provide is to create a go-to-market strategy. So we have a little bit of marketing strategy in the business plan, but we'll go into detail for the go-to-market strategy. If you go up into the top right, click on the three dots and click on Overview, this will actually give you the flow diagram of the chat. So you can zoom in to view the prompts and the responses in the chat. Let's test the data analysis capabilities by uploading this CSV file for e-commerce data that includes cities, products, product categories, and sales, along with other data. We'll ask it to create a data visualization for us showing the top 10 cities with the most sales. And the model will generate Python code and create a bar chart to show us what we're looking for. We'll copy the code, go to Google Colab, paste our code in this cell here, make sure we upload our CSV file to the directory. Once it's uploaded, click on the three dots or right click and choose copy path and replace this in line 5 with the path that we copied. And then just to take care of the encoding to ensure that Python can actually read the file, click on the play icon to execute the code. We'll scroll down, wait for our data visualization to appear. And here we can see it with the sales on the y-axis and our cities in the x-axis to show us the top 10 cities with sales. We'll go back to Qwen Chat and ask it to create a landing page for a link in bio web app for social media users. And we'll click on the artifacts function, run the prompt, and it starts generating the code for the artifact. This isn't bad. I like the gradient, but there might be some accessibility issues as some folks might have trouble viewing the colors and the buttons. Like the button probably blends in too much. I would change that. If we scroll down, these cards look pretty good, but this is a pretty basic layout. We did provide it as pretty simple prompt. Now let's minimize this menu and see if it's responsive. We scroll to the right, it looks like it's not quite responsive, and we can need to change the copyright date so we can go right into the code, click on edit, scroll down, and then change this to 25, click on save, and then we'll see the artifact update with our code change. Okay, let's use the web search function, and we'll provide the prompt to ask for good resources about learning agentic AI and creating solutions for productivity as a solopreneur. So it gives us the response and annotates the answers as well. So you can click on any of these annotations and it'll bring you to the source that it's referenced on the right here in the sidebar. So you can click on any of these. The nice thing about these results is it provides the date on which these resources were published. So we can choose this IBM link and it opens up a new tab so we can view the link, we can view the content, and start learning about agentic AI. Let's try the image generation feature. When you click on image generation, it gives you the option to choose the aspect ratio. So you can choose 9:16 to optimize for mobile phones, 16:9 or some of these other aspect ratios. We'll just leave it on 1:1 and provide it with the prompt to create an image of an astronaut floating a few feet above a rooftop park in New York City on a clear night with a giant moon in the background. I didn't define an artistic style, as I figured I'd give Qwen 2.5-Max some artistic freedom, but it really just took the elements in the prompt and pieced them together in the image. You can see what I did with a similar prompt in DeepSeek Genus Pro and Chat GPT DALL-E 3. One of them really used some creativity to generate an image that I thought was pretty good. The link is on the screen or in the description, so you can check that out. If you go down here for the image generation, you can choose another aspect ratio and click on this regenerate icon, allow it to go to work, and generate an updated image. We'll go back to a new chat, choose video generation, and we'll use a similar prompt, and let's see what it gives us. The details in the video look pretty nice, but it looks as if the astronaut is just frozen, floating through the air. I gave it another prompt specifying that I wanted the astronaut to walk as if there was very little gravity, but it just generated a video of the astronaut walking on what looks to be Earth. Again, the imagery looks great. If you found this useful, like the video and leave a comment. If you want more content on AI, workflow automation, and analytics, subscribe to the channel.